So last month I spent some time out with family and friends in Brisbane. I was in the city for a conference and I so enjoyed spending time with them over meals and with the family. This is Uncle John and Auntie Millie and their family. I also attended their church on Sunday, and after the service, one of the men in the congregation came up to me and said, "I was watching you," and started prophesying over me. Their church has been a well for many decades, a place to drink, and it's incredibly refreshing to spend time with folk who have been hungry, thirsty for the things of God, and to see His steadfast love and His faithfulness in their lives. So one of the themes for this week is hunger and thirst. And it's a thread that runs through the readings, to hunger, to thirst, to wrestle for one's blessing. So it's easy to be saturated with food that doesn't satisfy, to be saturated with media, social media that doesn't satisfy, to be saturated with philosophy that doesn't satisfy. In Isaiah 55, it's a complementary reading for this week. We're told that all who hunger and thirst will be satisfied with good, rich food, with an everlasting covenant, the promises, the steadfast love of the Lord. And then in the Genesis passage, Jacob was fleeing his uncle, and he stops in the wilderness and meets with the angel of the Lord and wrestles with the angel, wrestles for a blessing. And then in Romans 9, Paul speaks of his intense desire that the Jews come to faith in Jesus. And then lastly, in the gospel, Jesus asked his disciples to feed the 5,000. And the disciples saw that situation from a practical point of view. Jesus saw it from a different point of view and literally fed them with fish and bread. So Father, thank you for the many examples of faith and faithfulness. And I pray that you'd stir up a hunger in us.